Save your that's what she said jokes. I too have a lot of questions about what's happening here. Just like every other time this happens, I fully had the intention of just, you know, like having a natural day, and I sat in front of the mirror and I'm either a no makeup or like this kind of gal. So despite us looking like we're about to go to a Protozoa concert, we are actually going to be making some 2-ingredient protein bagels today. I know that sounds way too good to be true, but it is. Now, disclaimer, I will say, I am from New Jersey. I did spend many of my formative years living in the Bronx. I treasure a good boiled bagel. I'm not going to insult the bagel by saying that what we're about to make here is comparable or even better. No. There is a time and a place for a wonderful New York City everything bagel with like a pound of cream cheese on it. There is no substitute for that experience. However, if you just want a little bit of carbs in the morning, make you feel like you're having a bagel, this is a really good substitute. And it doesn't give you that like weighed down feeling that a schmear might. I wish I could give credit to whoever originated this little hack, but I truly can't. I've seen this recipe float around for ages. Ever since I started counting macros, this has been a common go-to for those who preach if it fits your macros. I also did a quick Google search to see if maybe that would shed any light on the situation, and not really, because there's about 1 million blog posts that have the same, if not only slightly different variations on a theme. So I'm just going to give this up to the universe. If someone does happen to know who originated this low-cal, high-protein, 2-ingredient bagel hack, I would love to know. Honestly, I would love to name my firstborn after them. At the very least, give them credit for this video. So, if you do know, if it's you, let me know. But for today, I'm just gonna spread the love, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. 2 ingredients. You might be thinking, what are said ingredients? Number 1, flour. Ideally, self-rising flour. If you do not have any self-rising flour, all-purpose will do. However, if you do not have self-rising flour, like I do not at the current moment, you also need to add some baking powder. So, okay, maybe it's technically 3 ingredients, but if you do it right, it could be 2. The second ingredient that is going to be essential to getting our dough consistency, and that's going to deliver the protein, is Greek yogurt. Chock full of protein. You know, I rave about Greek yogurt. I always talk about Greek yogurt. It is a staple in my diet. So I always have it on deck. In fact, this is a new container. We're gonna use up the rest of this one. We got our ingredients. We got our flour. We got our baking powder if you need it. We got our yogurt. Now we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Done. Next, we're going to combine our ingredients. Luckily, this recipe is very simple, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio between yogurt and flour. Beyond that, anything you want to add is completely up to you. Now me, you know damn well that I'm not going to make myself some protein bagels and not add the best seasoning of them all, which I am stalling naming as I find. Here we go. You know what it is, Trader Joe's everything but the bagels sesame seasoning blend. Everyone loves this. I love this, and it should go on a bagel. Now, let's get into assembly. Now that you've combined all of the ingredients, and at the end I really like knead it with my hands. I know you saw me mixing with the fork. That was silly. That was stupid. This is the consistency that your dough should be looking like. Like dough, you know? Dough, you know? If your dough is too sticky, you probably have too much yogurt. You need to add flour. If your dough is too crumbly, you probably have too much flour. You need to add yogurt. This is where we're gonna actually form our bagels. Let's bring it over here. Come on over, baby. All right, now we have our dough. We're going to form our bagels. The oven is ready to go. I have this pan here that I have greased that I'm going to put bagels on. And just a little coconut oil spray. And now I'm going to take equal pieces of my dough to turn to bagels. The way that I know they're equal is the first chunk I take, I kind of just eyeball it for how big I want my bagels to be. You can go really big, or you can go small, so you have mini bagels. I'm gonna go fairly small, so that I have enough to last me a while here. So that's how much dough I'm gonna use for one bagel. I zeroed out my bowl with dough in it. I teared it out on the scale before I took this piece out, so I can see negative 139 grams. That's how much I've taken out, is 139. Let's make it even 140, shall we? There we go. So I know that my pieces should be 140 grams, roughly. I don't really stick to it strictly. We're going to take our piece, roll it from my floured surface. I'm gonna roll it until it's longer and thinner. All right, this is the length and girth that I'm going for. Save your "that's what she said" jokes. All right, now that we've gotten this, we're going to twist around into a circle, make ourselves a little bagel shape, and at the junction, we're gonna knead it together. From there, there's an additional step, optional additional step. I don't have any eggs, so I'm going to use this liquid egg here. Again, this is optional. I put my liquid egg in a little tiny dish. I'm going to get my brush into my liquid egg and just brush the top of my bagel. This is going to add that nice kind of like crust at the top, if that's what you like in your bagel. If you don't feel like adding this, don't. It adds nothing to the actual construction of the bagel. It's just aesthetics and texture. From there, that's where I'm gonna add my everything seasoning on top of the egg wash. Very lightly, this stuff comes out quick. Ta-da! If you're skipping the egg wash step, just put your seasoning directly on the bagels. So we're gonna do the rest like that, and then I'll talk you through the baking portion. With that recipe and these bagel sizes, I was able to get 5 bagels. You could probably get a lot more if you didn't go as chunky as I did. We're gonna put it in this oven that's been preheated 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 25 minutes.
25 minutes, starting now.
All right, let's get camera 3 over here. Let's take a look. Ooh, whew. They're looking good. My timer just went off, so let me take the bagels out and prepare for the final step. Ooh, they look so good. All right, now we're going to bump up the heat to 500 degrees. And once that's ready to go, we're gonna pop these babies in for 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. Get a nice little final crisp on top, and they'll be ready to go. Oh, I'm so excited, I like it. So after I was so adamant about the 3 minutes. Okay. Oh, you know what? They're not burnt. They're a little toasty roasty, but not unpleasantly so. Take a look-see, my friends. Ooh. That slight sizzling is so satisfying too. Oh, those look good. We're not gonna end it here. I feel like to say, hey, these are great. Eat them without giving you a real live close experience is kind of inauthentic. So you know what? I'm gonna have one for breakfast tomorrow. And that way you'll get the full taste after meal prep storage kind of experience, which is probably what you would be making these for.
The next morning.
Got my toasted bagel, a little eggy on top, some more everything seasoning because you can't have enough. This might be my best batch yet. Nice and crispy on the outside, some fluffiness on the inside. I just wish I had some cream cheese. All right, guys, you gotta try this for yourself. If you do, please show me the results. This is so easy. If you've been struggling with some breakfast meal prep ideas, definitely give this a go. So again, put your own spin on it, put your own toppings on it, send it over to me. Let me see your creations. Don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to go to my website, apply for coaching, follow me on Instagram, all that fun stuff. Okay? And I'll see you soon. Oh.